Over $600 trillion are about to move into the XRP ledger, which will cause the price of XRP to rise above $227. This will be the biggest XRP breakout in history. In the next 7 days, this historic event is set to happen, which is huge because people will become multimillionaires and people who hold XRP will become wealthy for generations. But it all depends on trillions of dollars entering the XRP ledger, and BlackRock and JP Morgan have confirmed that XRP will lead in the over $400 trillion tokenization wave. Ripple has already said that people should try to buy XRP at the lowest price possible, around $2 or $3, before that huge breakout to $227. Ripple has chosen to buy back more than $1 billion worth of XRP. Imagine that the biggest buyback in XRP history is happening at the same time as the biggest influx of wealth, with over $400 trillion worth of tokens moving on to the XRP ledger. This is all happening at the same time, causing supply shock. Some of the biggest and best financial institutions have also predicted similar numbers. For example, Wells Fargo said that XRP could reach and skyrocket to between $100 and $500 in the next 2 to 7 months, which is exactly when we are now on November 1st. Of course, this means that trillions of dollars will be added to the XRP system. This will cause such a huge supply shock for XRP that the price will skyrocket to $100 to $500. Now, this is XRP, and the price is over $2.40 as we see a huge rebound. The price is officially starting to rise, and the volume is absolutely soaring. Today, we have to let you know that we've teamed up with Apple, the biggest and best XRP exchange, to give you up to $100 worth of free XRP to get a nice juicy bag. This is another chance to get free money that you can then use to buy XRP. There are no requirements, and the whole process takes less than 5 minutes. Really, all you have to do is like, comment, follow, and make sure you sign up using the link in the description. After that, do a transaction and you'll get a free bonus worth up to $100, which you can use to buy XRP. But let's get right to today's movie, guys. I'm really excited about it, and I think you'll love it. Ripple is going to raise more than $1 billion to buy XRP. This has been proven and made public. Exactly $1 billion. This is going to happen in the next few days, and it will truly flood the XRP ledger with huge amounts of money. This money will buy XRP, which will cause a supply shock for XRP. Now there will be a slow rise to $3.84, a period of stabilization for 1 to 2 weeks, and then a huge rise to $227. Okay, now let's get to the juicy part. I'm obviously very happy and optimistic because all of this is about to happen, and again, the proof is that it's not me or an analyst saying it, it's the bank itself. Wells Fargo says that XRP will be worth $100 to $500. That in and of itself is a strong sign, but how is that even possible? Well, it all comes down to trillions of dollars being put into the XRP record, and BlackRock is one of the institutions doing this. Look at this guy. This guy is big. BlackRock has already said that it will turn assets into tokens on the XRP system. This is what Eric Trump said. Eric Trump says that everything will be tokenized, and BlackRock is clearly planning to do this. Just take a quick look at this to see proof. It's clear that BlackRock and JP Morgan have been putting a lot of money into XRP. In fact, their study showed that BlackRock and JP Morgan are quietly buying XRP. It also said that BlackRock is tokenizing $1.5 trillion. JP Morgan will start accepting XRP, and RealFi will unlock $600 trillion in the real world as a market bear tokenizes on the XRP. Guys, this is huge. Allow us to now talk about RealFi. It turns out that RealFi is what will shock the XRP ledger's supply the most. I believe that the biggest breakthrough is about to happen because of this huge organization that is moving into blockchain and the cryptocurrency space. This place is called RealFi. It's the first asset marketplace that lets you buy real estate and other assets directly using the XRP ledger and earn rewards in the process. They're able to do all of this by letting you buy real estate through the XRP ledger using a cryptocurrency that's built on the XRP ledger, which is the real token. Even though we've already talked about this project, I still think it's huge because it will add the $650 trillion market straight to the XRP ledger. This is the real coin, and it's really cool. Look at this project, which has gone up hundreds of thousands of percentages since it first started. It was priced at 1/100 of a penny when it first came out, which was only 2 or 3 months ago, so it's still very new. Now look at it today. It's up almost 3 cents. It's actually past 3 cents, and it's going to break out towards possibly $65,000. That's what people are talking about, what experts and researchers are saying, and you're about to see it. It says right here that a real token trading at just 4 cents could soar to $65,000 per token if only 1% of the $650 trillion market enters its ecosystem. This makes sense because the real token has a very low supply. I think phase 1 supply was 22 million, and it has very strong support and very low resistance. The issue is that real token is actually solving a real multi-trillion-dollar problem, and because it's making that possible, a lot of money is going to end up in real token. This means that there won't be enough real token to go around for very long, which will cause a huge price increase. It has been proven that XRP will need to be priced above $10,000. Why? Well, because again, at some point, financial institutions like Ripple will want to buy XRP because they know there isn't enough of it. There will be so much demand that there won't be enough supply, which will cause supply shock, and XRP will have to be priced at more than $10,000. Now imagine that, but on 100 times the scale. For example, the supply of XRP is 100 billion, but the supply of the real token in phase 1 is at least 22 million. The market for RealFi is worth $600 trillion, which is the money that could go into the real token. This is going to cause a huge supply shock. In addition, the real token has been growing at an insanely fast rate, and it's not even listed on a central exchange. There's no mass marketing campaign, and it keeps growing every day, every day. New people join the ecosystem, RealFi grows, and the real token grows. Guys, this is the massive part now. Imagine when you take a look at something like this, a real world asset project, real world asset token as well, and it's listed on, any centralized exchange. The price normally is in the hundreds, if not thousands of dollars at the very least. And because real token is still very new and they're not used, that they aren't even close to that scale yet. But imagine if these guys get listed, they are absolutely going to break out. And we're talking about breaking out on an absolutely crazy level because their supply is not going to be able to accommodate for the massive demand. And so you have to understand that I'm obviously very, very bullish on the real token. I mean, a lot of people are also bullish on the real token. I got myself a HG big. Of course, I want to emphasize that I'm not financial advisor. It's not financial advice, always doing research. I mean, the concept here is to do your research. But what we do know is that there's going to be, some projects that are absolutely going to kill it, that are on the XRP ledger, that are solving a multi-trillion-dollar problem. They're in the real world asset space.